Hello and welcome, you lovely humans. It is such a joy to be able to welcome you to this community class in the EFI Gym. We're going to make sure everybody is on mute here as we settle ourselves in and get ready to tap away to rant, rave, and release any of the feels. And I thought it was divine timing when this aligned with the year anniversary of living in a pandemic. So not only will we be addressing any energy that you might be holding in your body around that today, also just what's coming up in life in general, right? Kind of take it from the big whole issues down to whatever is true for you today. And so to begin with, we'll actually take a moment and drop in and arrive here together. So if it feels comfortable to you, have a little bit of space between you and the desk and just kind of get a little bit of room and take a moment, stretch those arms up, stretch them out to the side, reach them as far away as they can as possible, and then down to the ground, nod your chin down. A couple of shoulder rolls here might feel nice, or a rolling of the neck. And just taking a moment to get comfortable in your seat, feeling the support that you have underneath you. And I invite you to take a hand to the heart and a hand to the belly. You can find a steady point to focus on, or if it feels comfortable to you, close your eyes. Take a breath, tune inward. Just notice where your thoughts are going and begin observing them as if they're clouds. Allowing with the breath the clouds to flow and move. And as your breath is connecting inward, begin to ground yourself with the out breath, with that long exhale. We'll take 3 connected breaths together. So I invite you just to take an easy, natural breath here. And letting it go. And collectively, we'll take a breath into the belly. Releasing a sigh. 2 more just like that, breathing in deep. And letting it go. Last one. Big sigh out. Wiggle the toes. Hold empty at the bottom for a moment. And then allow your breath to flow back into a natural pace wherever it wants to be right now. Just take a moment here to check in with yourself. If you were to ask yourself in this moment now, with all that is going on in life and in our world, all that's happened so far today and all that is still to come, observing it all and giving yourself a rating from 0 to 10, how intense it all feels right now. Ten being the highest that it would feel, it's overwhelming, it's too much. 1 being, I'm good with this. And trust and allow that your intuition will guide you to whatever that number is as your truth right now. And I'm going to bring up on the screen here the opportunity to complete this check-in. This is an anonymous poll. It's a beautiful opportunity just to see where we are as a collective at the beginning, and we'll do a check-out to see how we go at the end. So once you've checked in, if that feels right to you, just come back to your seat. I'll give it 1 more moment here and we'll share our results. Beautiful. Here we go. So we've got a good little span across the board. I like it. Beautiful. And so we're all here to engage in some EFT tapping times together. And for some of you, it may be quite a new modality. So we'll take just a moment to do some tapping rounds, not only to drop us in, but to get you familiar with the experience of it. This modality utilizes the meridian system, just as acupuncturists do, and we'll be tapping, applying acupressure to the points. So you can all join in here. We'll start at the side of the hand. So it's the squishy part at the side of the hand on either hand. And as we're tapping, what's happening is that the nervous system is being stimulated and the amygdala in our brain is receiving signals that we can discharge, release any stress or tension that we're holding in our mind and body and return to a state of regulation. So whatever is going on in your mind and body, whether you're conscious of it or not, our subconscious is doing a lot of amazing work. This tool is going to help you to realign, refocus, and show up in a state, an emotional state that feels supportive for how you'd like to be. So from the side of the hand, we're going to move to the eyebrow point. Now it's right at the beginning of the eyebrow on both eyes. So you can tap both at once, or you can tap one or the other. Just stay with the breath here, tap and breathe. We'll be introducing some words in a moment, but for now, all we need to do is tap and breathe. From this eyebrow point, we come around to the side of the eye. So again, it can be both eyes or just one, and it's the bony part just next to the eye. If you find yourself on your temples, just come a little bit further forward to the eye socket. Beautiful. And then from under here, glide around that eye socket to under the eye, just on top of the cheekbone, directly underneath the pupil if you were looking straight. Breath into the belly and let it go. Beautiful. From here we come under the nose, the middle of the body, just straight under the nose. Deep breath in. Into the chin point, just underneath the lip in the little groove on the chin, the middle. Connect to the breath. Next are our collarbone points. So we're back to, there's 2 points here, and if you find the bony parts of your collarbone, slip just underneath the bones. It's like a little divot there, so on either side of your sternum, and you can tap both of them or one of them, or I like to get 2 for 1 and use one hand across them both. So whatever resonates and feels good here. Beautiful. Next we come under the arm. So about a hand's width down from the armpit, and you can do both sides at once. You can do one side at a time, or you can turn and use the backs of your hands to gently rub circles and stimulate these points through a gentle massage. And so tapping there, and then we're going to come to the top of the head. And the top of the head is direct alignment between the ears and the middle, just straight on top. And you can see what feels best for you, whether it's a flat hand or fingertips. This can be quite a sensitive spot, so just do whatever feels best. And then we're going to rest our hands and just take an easy breath here. Big sigh out. Beautiful. I love it. All right. So that's the tapping points. We'll flow through those and we'll start to introduce some words. So as I'm just kind of explaining this part, you can tap on the side of the hand just to keep the tapping times going this for this whole session. It's important with the words that they resonate with your system. So if there is anything that I offer, you can adjust it and change it to suit what feels right for you in these moments. And when it comes to introducing words to EFT tapping, we're going to be acknowledging what's coming up for you. So what is feeling icky, bothering you, worrying you, feels stuck. And we're also connecting an acceptance statement to that as well. And it's been shown through research that when we accept the emotional experience we're having, that is kind of the key, the gateway to unlocking it and allowing that energy to shift, assisting it to transform. When we repress, suppress, deny that is our truth, that's when it becomes really persistent. So the beauty of this modality is that we are supporting our system to release while also acknowledging exactly what's coming up for us. So as we go into this, you can say the words out loud or in your mind, whatever feels best for you at this time, and allow it to flow, allow it to move through you. The energy may be felt through yawning, burping, sighing, crying, energy ripples in your body. It's important that as it's going, you continue assisting it by continuing to tap. And if at any time it feels overwhelming, come to the breath and come to the space that you're in, taking time to look around you, feel yourself grounded in the moment, and continue tapping and breathing as the energy passes. And I'll pause here and just ask if anybody does have any questions at all before we go into this. We're all ready to rant and rave. Feeling good? Okay, beautiful. Thank you for this time, and let's dive in. So to begin with, we're going to rant. We're going to acknowledge and accept all the experiences that you're having. And we're going to start on the bigger global aspect of the pandemic and then bring it down into present day worries. So repeating these words out loud or in your mind. Even though it's been a year of living in a pandemic, and I have a lot of feelings around that. Some of them are more uncomfortable than others. I'm choosing to accept myself anyway. Even though it's been a whole year of living through a pandemic. And it's been really challenging at times. I'm choosing to accept my experience. Because even though it's been a whole year of living through a pandemic, and it continues to challenge me in a number of ways. I'm choosing to love and accept myself here today. And come to tapping to the eyebrow point, and I invite you to acknowledge this has been hard. Side of the eye. This pandemic has been challenging. Under the eye. I invite you to use your own words now. What is your truth of what you'd like to say and acknowledge about a year of living in the pandemic? Allow whatever comes to you to be acknowledged and move through each point, speaking your truth right now. Staying connected to your breath. And if your mind goes blank, acknowledge this pandemic. connected with the breath, and at the top of the head, acknowledge. And I'm working through these challenges day by day. Coming back to the eyebrow point. Staying with the breath. And acknowledge what's coming up for you currently, whether it's related to the pandemic or not. What are your current worries or bothers? That even though all of this is happening in the world with the pandemic, you're also living your life. What is your current challenges that you just need to rant and get off your chest? This is a brave space for the parts of yourself that you may have been ignoring. So allow them to be heard right now. Stay connected with the breath. Continue tapping through. Allowing the energy to move, honoring and accepting yourself for feeling this way. And any resistance that comes up, witness that too. Stating out loud or in your mind what's coming up for you at this time. Noticing in your body if there is any tension, any pain or discomfort, and include that right now. Acknowledge the body, witness what its experience is. The sense of an open and loving heart. And a kindness and compassion toward yourself that only you can offer in this way. Connecting with the breath, and in the few final points here, making the last references for this round. And then resting the hands when you've finished at the top of the head, and take an easy breath. Shake it out a little. Yeah. Let the energy flow. Okay, feeling good, beautiful. Take a little check-in here. And just tune in and notice what you notice right now. These first few rounds and the power of this practice. Perhaps new thoughts or ideas or opportunities have popped into your mind. Is your body feeling lighter, a little more relaxed perhaps? A little more space in general. Take an easy breath and come back to the side of the hand now. We're going to move our way into the raving side of things. And it's important for me to point out here that in no way are we wanting to try and force the sense of a positive. It's one of the beautiful, beautiful things about tapping is that it allows us to accept all of our experiences. And so I like to use gratitude as the bridge here, because all too often with our negativity bias, we are focused on the things that aren't working. And this practice of gratitude, we know, is so powerful to help connect us and bridge us towards the better feelings and emotional states that are possible to us. Because even though there are things that aren't working, there are also a lot of things that are going on in our lives with the opportunity for happiness and joy and fulfillment and pleasure. And so for each of you, that is a unique experience. And through this next round, you'll have the opportunity to acknowledge all of that. So again, I'll offer some words and adjust them as it feels right for you. So even though not everything's going great in my world, and there are a few things I'd change if I had my way today, that's okay, because I can be grateful for what is going well. And I love and accept my whole experience of life. Oh, even though there are things I would change if I could. Like taking a magic wand and ending this pandemic. And even though I can't do that right now, I can invite in the energy of gratitude for all that I do have going well in my life. And coming to the eyebrow point here and just acknowledging I am grateful for. And move through each point here in your own pace and timing. And begin with the first thing that you just naturally lean towards to express your gratitude. Whether that's another person, a place, another being, an animal in your life, an experience right now. Just take a moment to bring onto the screen of your mind an image that represents that and connects you. That drops you into that energy. And with each breath, invite that gratitude to grow. And keep it expanding by acknowledging I'm also grateful for. And what's the next image that pops into your mind? Building this gratitude. What is it that you're grateful for in particular here? Acknowledge why this makes it to the list. Continue the breath into the belly and invite in something else that you're grateful for. And you can continue expanding the list of gratitudes here or stay with what you have. And allow the focus to be on breathing in and out from the heart space, the home of that grateful energy. And allowing it to flow through you. And as it comes into your energy, with the exhale, it flows out. And if there's someone or a community or our whole world even, send that grateful love radiating all around you. Send it out to each of the beautiful souls on this call right now, sharing this time and energy together, collectively raising our vibration, knowing that that has a ripple effect outward from us. And with this energy now, I invite you to acknowledge what you're grateful for about you. You amazing human you. And believe me, I know it can be really hard sometimes to find our positive traits. We're very good at telling ourselves what we should be doing, what we could be doing, what we're not doing well enough. And so in this moment now, give yourself permission to acknowledge what you are doing well. I am, fill in the blank for yourself. Find that connection of self-compassion. Beautiful. And take all of this grateful energy, all of this opportunity and joy and love. We're going to capture it and anchor it in the heart. So if it feels good, take one or both hands there. You might drop your chin a little. Feel the beating of your heart under your hands. Allow your face to be soft and your shoulders to relax. And connect here with yourself, fully embodying the energy of love and acceptance for you just as you are in this moment. Using the breath to guide that energy flowing through you. And send this vibration of gratitude out into the world. To your loved ones, your friends, your family, community, and our greater collective. For we are all doing the very best we can right now. Honoring and acknowledging yourself for all that you are doing, for all that you are being and striving to be. Take a moment here with the breath. Take both hands across and glide them down to the elbows and flick off. A little moment of havening here and just releasing, allowing any heaviness, any ickiness, any worries to glide off and release. And shaking it out. We're going to come back together. And from here, we're going to turn our energy and attention toward the future. Allowing yourself to connect in with a vision of who and how you wish to be. What kind of energy and emotional state are you showing up with in this world? And so I invite you, if it feels nice, to tap through the points in your own timing, at your own pace, and allow the answers to these questions to guide you. Invite in the emotion that makes you feel supported. Maybe courage, strength, resiliency, hope, optimism. Just to share a few. What is the state that helps to support you? Invite it into the heart space and breathe deeply in, filling your whole body with that vibration. Allow it to flow through you. Invite in now an emotional, energetic state that best aligns you with the energy of lightness. Whether that feels like joy or love or calm or peace or any other energetic vibration or emotion that you feel called to. Invite it into the heart space. Breathing and expanding with it. And finally inviting in the state of being which you feel and which you enjoy as your best representation of you. It's the way you would be if you had to choose only one emotional state forever moving forward. What would you choose? Invite in that connection. Think of a time when you have felt that way. And use that memory to evoke the experience now. Using the breath and tapping this in. And then taking both hands back to the heart to ground yourself here, along with our gratitude, inviting in those 3 emotional states. Knowing that after this time together today, you can remain connected here, allowing this energy to lead you on your way. And it will have an impact on the way that you interact with everybody moving forward, and the way that you're using your energy for impact in this world. Take a breath into the belly. Big sigh, let it go. And notice how you are in this moment now. If you were to come back to our rating out of 10, what is your rating this time? Observing with a curious, open heart for wherever you have landed. Knowing that when you choose to assist your energy to shift, come what may, as emotions are energy in motion, you will continue to fluctuate and move through the day. And the power lies in the way you show up for yourself in these different emotional states. And so I thank you today for showing up for you, for taking this time, for choosing to participate. We're going to take a little moment to check out, as of course I'd love to know how you're feeling now. From participating in this session, did the intensity decrease, remain the same, or increase, depending on where you went? Beautiful. Okay, so here are our results. Span across the board as well. And so knowing that when we support ourselves, if there is an increase in intensity, it often means that that's the opportunity to look a little deeper at the experience that's going on and continue either using EFT or any other tool to support that energy to shift. And of course I am here to support ongoing if there are any comments or questions about that. And celebrating yourself, the energy has decreased, allowing that acknowledgement and taking that forward. And then again, also, if you've remained the same, knowing that you have shown up for yourself in this way, and there's the opportunity to continue supporting yourself and expanding that energy in whatever way supports you. The EFI Gym, we include tapping practices as well as a range of other tools, and the overall aspect of it is the importance and the choice and responsibility that we each have to be able to show up for ourselves. And so I really thank you for showing up today for this community, being a part of this experience. Each month we have a different modality. So next month we're moving into breathwork, and there'll be an incredible session with Steve. And so the information you can find on the website, as well as other information about the memberships and the passes and packages that are available to join us. There are a number of members here as well today, and so it's a beautiful way in which to feel supported and gain the support and the connection, especially during these times. So thank you. I can feel just buzzing. Oh, that's so beautiful. If there are any comments or questions, drop them in the chat, or feel free to come off mute in a moment once I've paused our recording. But again, thank you so much for choosing to be here today.